They sent this girl out in town. She was a real nice woman. I liked her because she took care of me. She cleaned my wound and put new ones on, wash it off with a little wet cloth, bring in some cold water. She was pretty good cook. Well, after she'd been doing that for a while, and I was feeling better, she started thinking maybe she might like to get romantic. Now, I wasn't going for that. I didn't find her all that handsome. She was a good cook. So I was trying to explain to her that I was a young man. I wasn't looking for a wife, and I didn't know what direction I was going. And look at me, I'm all cut up. I'm no good for anybody. And she said something about Charlie McCann. Well, our company had bought this station from him some time ago. And I think maybe she might have told him about me. Because all of a sudden we hear horses coming hot and heavy. I stand there barefoot, had my longings on and no shirt because she'd been kind of wiping everything off and cleaning me, and somebody might have got the wrong impression walking there like that. Well, them horses were coming fast, and I didn't hear him stop, and darn if he didn't kick the door. Charlie McCann. Now, I guess I heard later that my company hadn't finished paying him, and his excuse to come out there was to get money from me to pay for part of that payment he was owed. Well, I didn't know anything about that. I sure didn't know this was his fiancée, because as soon as he broke the door open, he said, "What are you doing with my fiancée?" And I thought, well, this can go a couple different ways now. I said, "Fiancée, I didn't know what to say." She goes, "I'm going to run off with Wild Bill." Oh, well, he didn't like that at all. He just pulled his gun and shot me. Got me right in the arm here. It didn't go into the skin deep, but you know, it scraped there, and I got another wound. These are just healing. So I didn't take to that, of course. I figured he's going to unload another one on me and make sure I go down, so I just jumped across the bed and try to retrieve mine and get down on one knee and aim above the bed and just, well, I shot him between the eyes. That's what I had to do. He goes down, and his sidekick, the guy working for him or something, come in right behind him, and by that time this young lady had grabbed a shovel, and she just hit him across the head and killed him right there on the spot too. So there's both of them. And I thought, well, how many more's coming? So I kind of sneaked and looked around the door there. I'm still, you know, half naked. I got my gun, look out there, and there's a 12-year-old boy hopping on his pony and heading back to town. Doggone. Didn't want to come down that way. But it did. Well, by the time we got back to town, there was a writer from the Harper newspaper back east. He wanted to interview me, so he came out with the sheriff and the sheriff talked to me and asked my side of the story and said I'd said about the same thing as the woman. I got acquitted, my first acquittal. But by the time this man was finished writing and he put it in this dime novel back east, they were just eating up everything Wild West. I'd killed 10 people in McCandless gang, single-handed.